Chemistry. I am Mrs. Burt, and we are going to walk through our syllabus. The reason we are doing our syllabus this way is to give you a preview of what your guided notes will look like the rest of the year. So as you follow along on the syllabus you got from me in class today, please fill in the blanks and write any additional notes or comments or questions. Please remember that your parent should be watching this with you, and there is a signature page on the back that you and your parent will both sign and turn in, so I know that you have taken care of this task. All right. So Mr. Moss and myself are the two pre-AP chemistry teachers. Please feel free to seek out either one of us if you find yourself with questions and I'm not available. Mr. Moss is more than capable and more than happy to help you answer any questions if you can't find me right away. There's our contact information. So what is chemistry? Chemistry is the study of matter and how it changes, including topics such as we will talk about atomic models, chemical reactions, thermodynamics, gas laws, which will be a really good lead-in as you prepare for physics, as well as solutions. In pre-AP, we want our rigor to be really high. We want you to get the most out of this course as possible. So this course has been structured to be an active learner-centered instruction, meaning you are going to be in charge of your learning. So if we follow along, you guys are going to learn to be independent and actively involved in your own learning. You get a choice of resources. We will provide some videos in class, or you will also have access to an online textbook if you prefer the traditional method of studying material. We will instruct you on the application of the basic content, and you will learn how to apply those concepts in collaboration with peers. We will be working in groups, and those groups will be randomly chosen by me, and those will change throughout the year. So what happens when we have this active learner-centered instruction, we are able to expand the scope of the material, meaning you're going to get a deeper understanding of the material instead of just scratching the surface. We're going to be able to do more hands-on labs and activities in class. And also we encourage the development of collaboration and cooperation with your classmates. The learning pyramid is pretty self-explanatory. Average rate of retention. If you notice here at the top, your traditional lecture, when a teacher just talks at you, the rate of retention of that is only about 5%. But the more active the student is in learning the material, you can see going from reading to audiovisual all the way down here to where we actually let you teach your peers, the rate of retention increases. So that's going to be a benefit to you as we do this, we embark on this active learning structure in our classroom. All right, into some expectations. Well, pre-AP, opposed to general chemistry or regulars chemistry, we're going to cover a larger number of topics and we'll go a little deeper into the scope of those topics. Something you will see time and again are these level questioning. A developing level question is pretty much what a regulars or a general ed chemistry class would be striving to be able to answer. And so, for example, from biology, describe the function of the mitochondria in the cell. When we get into these proficient and mastery level questions, that is where we're asking you to go into a deeper level. And the expectation is that a pre-AP student should be able to answer proficient questions about 90% of the time. And then someone who's really working hard and doing their best is going to be able to hit that mastery level. And our hope is to get everybody up to this mastery level, but proficient is, like the word suggests, is proficient for this level of class. Tutorials. We offer tutorials, and that's a chance for us to go over, review, or be exposed to the material in a different way. And so here's another reason why, if you can't get a hold of me, or if I'm not available for tutorials, Mr. Moss would be a great resource, because a different teacher is going to allow you to, or is going to maybe explain something differently to where it could click. One thing tutorials are not for is for making up work and working on homework assignments. We will make a note here because I don't believe it appears anywhere else in these notes. All makeup work for pre-AP chemistry will be done in the Hawk Center, which is, most of you know, down by the cafeteria Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday during lunches. So you will have to sign up so I know when and what to send down to the Hawk Center, but all makeup work will be taken care of there, or retest as well. You can get help on homework in either a group or individual setting. We will have scheduled homework sessions, and you'll need to make sure you have attempted the homework before attending one of those sessions. If you do not understand the homework, then you'll want to attend a tutorial session opposed to a homework help session. But again, keep in mind that all makeup work is to be completed in the Hawk Center. So these homework help sessions and tutorial sessions are not intended for makeup work. Oops, excuse me. And again, here we go again. Periodically, you will need to make up work if I say it's your work was insufficient, or if there was an absence. Students will receive a master schedule of tutoring times. They will also be posted on all the chemistry teachers' doors as well as in the hallway. And then you'll also get a schedule of homework help days, and then if we have makeup work days that are done in class. Per district grading policy, daily work in this course will be 30%. Test grades will be 70%. Students do get some additional points on their GPA for taking pre-AP courses, including chemistry. However, this does not add points for eligibility purposes. So in order to be eligible for any extracurricular activities, the expectation is that you still maintain a 70+ average. In order for us to get to the level of application that we are expecting for pre-AP students, you're going to need to come to class with a base understanding of the concept. These notes will again be given to you either through a video or through the textbook, whichever you so choose. The video notes will be fill in the blank, very much like what we are doing with the syllabus. And you'll be provided a Cornell note structure if you choose the textbook. This will need to be completed before class. This is your pre-class assignment. These notes may be evaluated for a daily grade just to ensure that you are staying on top of your assignments. We use what's called the UTQuest homework system. This is a system that University of Texas monitors. So all homework will be completed through UTQuest. The deadlines will be clearly communicated to the student. And in this particular system, it allows you up to 7 chances to answer a question. Each time you answer the question incorrectly, it reduces the number of points earned for that question. What this does is it discourages guessing. This is to help you stay honest and true to yourself and encourage you to do your best work. Of course, chemistry is a lab-intensive course, and we will require you to maintain a notebook of data and analysis as we start working in the lab. These notebooks will be randomly picked up in small batches, and grades will be assigned, and those batches will come from your groups. You're also required to keep a binder check to help ensure that you stay organized. Just like the composition book, the notebooks, we will be picking up binders in small batches and assessing those periodically. Quizzes will follow the lesson cycle and will use a scaled score method. The developing, if you are able to answer a developing question, then that will earn you a 60%, because remember, in PreAP the expectation is that most everyone will be sitting at this proficient level. If you can answer the mastery question, that is 100%. These quizzes will count as 1/2 a test grade, and there will be 2 to 3 quizzes per lesson or per topic. So we'll have 2 to 3 of those. Test grades. At the end of each unit or topic, we will have a district-provided test, and those tests will count as 1 test grade. And then lastly, each 6 weeks, we will have a cumulative assessment covering all previous material, and let me specify that all does not mean only what was covered in that 6 weeks. When we have our second 6 weeks cumulative test, it will cover everything from the beginning of the year. This test will consist of 2 parts. We'll have multiple choice as well as free response, and that test will count as 2 test grades. Periodically, we will have major projects. All projects will come with a rubric and an explanation of the grade. Absences. We surely hope that you are going to keep your absences down to a minimum, including extracurricular absences. If you were absent, you should plan on attending both a tutorial session as well as a makeup work session as soon as possible. If you are absent on a quiz or a test day, you will be taking that quiz immediately when you return. So just be aware. On UTQuest, this is our primary source of practice for our students. We don't hand out homework other than the UTQuest. So to encourage students to practice and correct those mistakes, you can redo a UTQuest if you are not satisfied with the grade to receive half of your points back. So you can get half of those points back if you made a less than satisfactory grade. And this is not only for if you failed. So there's an example there. Even if you make a 90 on the UTQuest, you may still complete the assignment in the late class for up to a 95. Meaning if you make 100 the second time, then you get half of those points back, which would average out to a 95. So this is available to any student who wants to improve their UTQuest grade. If you fail a test after submitting a retest procedure sheet, you will be able to retake that test. You can get this from me, and it will outline the process for preparing for a retest. Retest procedure sheets must be turned in with any assignments done in preparing for retesting. So please be aware that if you do If you do not have success on a test, there is a process for retaking that test, but I expect that you put some effort in to show me that you are ready to take the test the second time. As per district policy, all assignments will be averaged with the original grade, and you can earn up to a 70. The late work policy is identical to the redo policy. Any work turned in late will be averaged with the original grade up to a maximum of a 70. Keep in mind, however, if you do not turn an assignment in when it's due, the original grade is a 0. So when we average with the original grade, then it will you'll only be able to make a 50. Academic dishonesty is not tolerated in my class, nor is it tolerated on this campus. The two main forms, or the two most common that we see, is discussing or sharing material about assessment with friends before everyone has completed the test, or using an electronic device such as a cell phone on the test or during the test for any reason. Sadly, if I see you with a cell phone during a test, even if you weren't being dishonest or cheating, I am left with no other choice but to assume that there was dishonesty happening. So that would fall under the academic dishonesty clause. And as you see here, suspicion of academic dishonesty may require a redo assignment, which would be scored according to the redo grading policy per district. Some key websites for you guys: Skyward. Our class websites are currently being updated, so you will be provided with those links as soon as we are able to get them. UTQuest, as well as eBackpack. Supplies in this class. I'm going to need a composition notebook. We'll need a 2-inch binder with 12 dividers and some type of scientific calculator. A graphing calculator is not necessary, so please don't spend excessive amounts of money. A $5 to $10 scientific calculator is sufficient for this course, but I will not be able to provide those for you, so the expectation is that you have one yourself. And lastly, PreAP is a challenging course, and we have very high expectations for you guys, but we are here to help you reach those high expectations. So if you need to rewind the video or go back and fill in any of those missed notes that we went over, or if you have any questions, please on that last page document those questions you have. Have you and both your parent sign that last page for me, and then bring that back to class. Look forward to seeing you guys.